Hello again, everybody. Mark Dixon here with Allstate Insurance, bringing you another video to kind of give you an inside look on the world of insurance, on the thrilling world of insurance. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about homeowners insurance. So, if you don't own a home and you don't have it insured because you don't own one, then you can skip this video, or you might want to just listen on to get a little bit more understanding of how insurance works in general. So, if you do have homeowners insurance, whether it's with Allstate or not, you're most likely going to see an increase on what you're paying for your next renewal rather than what you paid on your last renewal. And there are two main reasons for this. And before I continue, I'd just like to say that this is affecting pretty much everybody in the country, everybody in Hawaii, and pretty much everybody, no matter who you're insured with. I mean, we are getting frequent calls daily from other insurance customers who are looking for a quote because they've seen that the cost of their homeowners insurance has gone up with their current carrier, and they want us to compare it and see if we can beat what they're going to have to pay. So, two major reasons why this is happening. And the first one is, if you think about what insurance is supposed to do, it's supposed to be able to put you right back to where you were, right after, right in the same condition of where you were right before whatever happened. So if we're talking about homeowners insurance, let's just use the example of a fire. Fire comes and burns your house down. Purpose of your insurance policy is to be able to rebuild the house that was there, brand new rebuild, from right before when the fire started and burned it to the ground. So COVID-19 has caused some supply chain issues. Mill yards were closed, so there's a shortage in lumber. The places that manufacture construction equipment, from screws, all the way up to machines that are used in construction, all of those were shut down. So this causes supply chain issues, and basically the cost of construction has gone way up. If you're in the middle of trying to redo your house, or if you're trying to do an addition, or even if you've gone out to Home Depot and said, well, I want to redo my floor. You've seen that prices have changed dramatically from 2019 until now, or even from last year until now. And that's just because materials are scarce. So how does that affect homeowners insurance? Well, considering that the purpose of the policy is to be able to rebuild your home in new condition as it was right before whatever happened, it's going to cost more now to rebuild your house. So what insurance companies are doing is they're assigning more coverage onto your homeowner's policy. So the first thing you're going to look at when you see your renewal is you're going to look at the price, because that's what everybody does. Second thing you should look at when you're comparing it to last year's one is take a look at the coverage amount. Chances are your insurance company, in order to make sure that they can rebuild your house that's there now, has added some coverage on, right? We'd hate to not make these adjustments and your house does burn down, and then we got to say, well, we can only rebuild 60% of what your home was before. So that's the major reason why all insurance companies are adjusting policies, and insureds are seeing higher billing and higher premiums than they have in years past. Now, the second part is a lot of companies are taking rate increases. And this is just due to inflation. So everything from a gallon of milk to gas to, you go buy ice cream, you see that prices are going up due to inflation. So with your dollar not carrying as much strength as it did before, and the cost of business going up for Allstate, they have also been affected by inflation. So again, the reasons are twofold. Number one, it's just more expensive to rebuild your house now due to supply chain issues and the cost of construction going up. And two, Allstate also as a business is seeing the effects of inflation. So that's kind of, those are the basic reasons of why you're going to look at a higher cost this year than years previous. Now, what can you do about it? So the first thing is, if you're insured with our office, give us a call here. I'm doing several of these phone calls daily, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to find ways where, through discounts or making sure that your replacement cost calculation is done correctly. I'm just trying to find ways to offset the increase. Sometimes I'm able to offset the entire thing. Sometimes I'm not able to do anything at all. But most times we find some middle ground where I can offset at least a portion of what the increase in the amount you're going to pay is. Sometimes if you have a homeowner's policy, if you have a mortgage, you're going to have a hurricane policy. So a lot of times what I'm doing is I'm comparing the different hurricane insurers that we work with and trying to see if I move you from from company A to company B, can I save you some money there? I guess the takeaway is we're making the effort here at my agency to try and help you out as much as possible. Like I stated earlier, gas, gallon of milk, all that stuff is going up. I want to make sure that you can still afford all of those things plus your insurance. So if you see it, give me a call, send me an email, make an appointment. I'll get on the phone with you and I'll look at options and see what I can do for you. Now, when it comes to Allstate, I do want to let you know a lot of you are going to get a letter that tells you that you're going to have a price increase. Now, the state of Hawaii mandates that we send out that letter 60 days before your renewal. However, your actual renewal documents are not produced by Allstate until 45 days before your renewal date. So the day you open that letter that says, hey, your policy is going up by X amount of dollars, it does tell you to call me. But I'm going to tell you that you're going to have to wait 15 days before I can even access those documents to see what I can do. So a lot of times when you call me, I'm going to look at it and say, well, I can't see it yet, but let's set an appointment for when I can see it, and then I'll call you back and I'll get on the phone with you, or you can stop by the office. And basically my job is to work with you to see if I can find ways again to bring that increase down. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions on anything insurance related, I am at 808-689-9770. You can email me directly at mdixon@allstate.com. That's MDIXON@allstate.com. Have a pleasant rest of your day, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and try to stay mayhem free.